Hello, hello, hello. Oops, it would help if I actually muted my other computer. There we go. Other computer's muted. Don't you love that? Whenever I mute one and forget to mute the other and doing all the things. Hey, Miss, I should see, Miss Elvain, are you here? Because I don't see her. And we're getting ready to pull some winners. Fantastic. All right. Hi. How is everyone? I think the music's a little too loud. How did it get so loud? Oh, you know what? Because I turned that up. That's right. So that you could hear everyone the other day whenever I was doing that. Hello, Amber. Hello, Sapphira. How are you guys today? Fantastic. I am doing amazing. How are you guys? Hello, Sharon. Hello, Catherine. All right. First off, we're going to pick a winner. Let me show you really quickly those people that are eligible for the gift certificate prizes. It is this one right here. There we go. Here's the people that are eligible for the gift certificates. The top group are the people that posted in the Quite Nerdy Quilters Facebook group. The bottom group are the ones that posted in the Cosmic Fabric Creations group. So those are the numbers I've assigned them. You have a 1 in 9 chance of winning a gift certificate of $25 to Quiltoni or Cosmic Fabric Creations. If you've never been here for any of my giveaways, I will pick a winner through the random number generator. If you are here, you get to pick which one you want. If you're not here, then I'm going to assign it. I'm going to say, hey, I'm going to start with Quiltoni, and if they're not here, then they get the Quiltoni gift certificate. And then we'll do it. So you guys have got about a 40% chance of getting something, which is pretty good odds, right? Pretty good odds. Really excited. So these are all the people that made a God of Mischief quilt. Now, I know there were a few more people that were working on it and making them and just didn't finish. And that's totally okay. Totally fine. If you are still working on it, if you have any questions, concerns, feel free to ask. So, and then tonight, we're going to figure out what we're going to do with all these scraps. So you see over on the table, I've got all those scraps there. Those are every single little bit of scrap left from the quilt along. So I'm going to take all that take all those scraps. I'm going to turn it into a solid sheet of fabric that we can do stuff with. So we might be able to use it as backing. We might be able to use it as something else, a throw pillow, placemats, something. And yeah, we're gonna have a lot of fun. All right, so I'm thinking if there's anything else. No, I think that's it. Oh, there is one more thing. I almost forgot. I have been making little 6-inch squares over on Twitch. So if you donated to the Able Gamers charity fundraiser that we're doing, these are some of the patterns that you're going to receive. But don't fret. I'm going to do the same thing for St. Jude. So I have to create. I have to design a few more to send out for those people that donated for Able Gamers. But I'm going to be doing the same thing for St. Jude. I was thinking, this is April. Technically, the Able Gamers fundraising's over. We're picking all of the winners for all the keys on Saturday. So I think I'm going to start with St. Jude tomorrow and just not have it up while we're picking keys on Saturday. Maybe? I don't know. I'm really excited. Really excited. I mean, look at my star. That's pieced. That's a pieced star. It's not applique. And then I got my lightning. I'm really proud of those. That was hard because of the angled seams. That one was hard to figure out. Then you got your diamond. And then you got your Triforce, your Gift to the Goddesses. So really excited about that. All right, you guys, you ready to pick some winners? Let's do it, and then we'll get started with what to do with your scraps. All right. let's do this thing. So we have 9 numbers. 9 numbers. Let's do this. Computer, drum roll, please.
Okay.
Hit generate. What are
By
you
the
doing?
way, you have one new notification.
There you go. Number
You
8.
can find it on the home screen. Or, just say, read my notifications.
Number 8. You like how I continue to do that? Number 8. So, number 8 is Lydia. Is Lydia in the building? If not, Lydia will win a $25 gift card to Quiltoni. So, is Lydia one of the people that is here in chat? Oh, sorry. I realized I scooshed over. I scooshed the wrong way. Yes, no, maybe so. Alright, I take that as a no. So, Lydia gets a $25 gift card to Quiltoni. Fantastic. Alright, and then number 2. This is for the second gift card of Quiltoni. Unless if you're here and you win and you want to choose to trade it in for Cosmic Fabric Creations, you can. Computer, drum roll, please.
Okay.
4. Let's go back over here. Number 4 is Catherine. Catherine, is that you, Catherine Rayburn, Catherine, that just won a gift card? I assume by the woot that it is. So, Catherine, would you like to keep the Quiltoni gift card for $25, or would you like to trade that in for the Cosmic Fabric Creations $25 gift card? It is your choice. And trust me, this is easier over on Twitch when there's not as much of a delay, but we don't get the amazing closed captioning that we get with YouTube. I could just sit and bop and dance. You'll keep it. Okay. So for the last 2, that means they're going to be $25 gift cards to Cosmic Fabric Creations. So you're going to get a Quiltoni. Hold on, $25 gift card, Quiltoni. All right, we have 2 more. 2 more. Now, if I re-roll the number 4 or number 8, I'm going to re-roll it again. Computer, hello, Mark. How are you today? Drum roll, please. Computer, drum roll, please.
Okay. I'm quite cheerful, probably because I've been thinking about my favorite animal.
Where did that come from? Hello, Calamity. Oh, Skull and Cross, how are you? All right, so number 3. So number 3 is Lydia. So, wow, Lydia gets a $25 gift card to Quiltoni and a $25 gift card to Cosmic Fabric Creations. Now, for those of you popping in, if you haven't seen any of this before, we just had a month-long quilt-along with the God of Mischief quilt pattern, and those people that submitted a finished quilt on the Cosmic Fabric Creations and or the Quite Nerdy Quilters Facebook group get a chance to win gift cards. I don't know. I guess. Maybe. Who knows? All right, last one. Ready? Computer, drum roll, please.
Okay.
Number 9. Number 9 is Catherine. Wow. That's funny. 2 people won, and they each got a gift card to both Quiltoni and Cosmic Fabric Creations. So congratulations, Catherine and Lydia. I will be sending you Facebook messages. I'll be sending you Facebook whispers with the information on how to reclaim your gift certificates. For me, it's easy. I'm just going to get your email and then send it to you. I don't know what Andrea's going to do for hers. So, right, Catherine? Look at that. That's really funny. So, fantastic. And yeah, so now, very excited. We are going, let me go back through. We are going to actually get to work on what we want to do for today's stream. Now, oh, remember, I showed you, I forgot, that's why I wanted to show these. Okay, so these, if you donated to Able Gamers, you're going to get an email gift pack of all of the patterns that I make before next Thursday. And then next Thursday, we're going to start making these. We're going to start foundation paper piecing each one of these. Every Thursday, we're going to do one. And then I'm going to condense it down and put it as a YouTube tutorial. And if you are here for YouTube, even if you did not donate to Able Gamers, I will give you the pattern for that tutorial. I'll give you the pattern for that night. So if you want to make the Triforce, this is what we're making next Thursday. So be here on YouTube next Thursday. And if you haven't already gotten the pattern from me, then you can do exclamation today, get a copy of the pattern, print it, and make it along with me. So that's the plans for the next few weeks. Is we're going to doing some foundation paper piecing, and then today we are doing the what to do with all your scraps after you make one of my patterns, because you're gonna have a bunch of leftover stuff. So what do you do with it? So we're gonna take care of that today. I think that's everything I had to go through. Any questions, concerns, anything else before we get started for today? Oh, Foster. So I'm going to talk about more of this tomorrow on the Twitch stream, but for those of you that don't just watch on YouTube and not Twitch, we are picking up a new Foster Saturday morning. His name is Dobby. He looks like a house elf. He's adorable. He's so adorable. Okay. Yep, that's exactly what we're doing today, Sharon. We are scrap busting it today. Yeah, so very excited for that. Very excited. I know, right? He's so sweet. He has some issues. He has some neurological issues. So he will be our first special needs dog that we're going to be fostering and taking care of. But I think I know what we're doing. We've been doing lots of research of how to approach him with different things. And he's going to be adorable. He's also been adopted. There is a wonderful lady that I've been chatting with in Calgary that has already adopted him. She can't get a flight out until May, though. So because she can't get a flight out till May, he can't go home until May. So we're going to have him until Mom can take a flight out here. So I'm very, very excited about that. So we already know who's adopted him. He's already been adopted. His mom knows about the Twitch streams where I showcase the dogs. So his new mom may be popping in to see him. So I'll be letting her know if I'm able to bring him down and show him on stream, and then she may pop in and say hi. So, yeah. Yeah, he's going to be very cute. Very, very cute. Okay. With that being said, let's get started. Let's get started on things. I think that's it. Hi, I'm Toni, and today we are going to do something with all of those scraps. As you know, whenever you make one of my patterns, one of my Quiltoni quilt patterns, you have a lot of leftover fabrics. And one of the biggest questions I always get asked is, what do you do with all of the fabric? That's what we're going to do today. So this is all of the fabric left over that we did from our God of Mischief Quilt Along. I actually have a video here on YouTube that actually shows you exactly how to make this quilt and actually how to make all of my pixel quilts, basically, because I just broke it down. But then what do you do with all of this? What do you do with all the scraps, all the leftovers? That's what we're going to work on today. And I've got to remind myself to pause before I move on to the next thing, because I need to be able to edit it, right? I have to edit the stuff. Okay. Let's go here. And we've got that. Oh. Yeah, let me move that over. There we are. So, okay, making sure I've got good camera angles, right? Good camera. Hey, there's Miss Elvain. Did you fall asleep? Did you lay down and fall asleep? You missed the giveaway. We picked our winners. We picked our winners for the giveaway. Sharon won. No, not Sharon. Woohoo! Woohoo! Man. Stupid allergies. Stupid allergies. Seriously. Lydia and Catherine each. So Lydia and Catherine each won a $25 gift card to Quiltoni and to Cosmic Fabric Creations. And then I also talked today, we're using our scraps and turning it into one big piece of fabric. And then I showed off the blocks. And starting next week, we're going to be doing the Triforce. And, oops. And it's all pieced. Yeah! Fantastic. Thank you. Yes, yeah. The Loki Quilt Along. Remember, they had to submit them by today. And today was the last day, and then we just picked some winners here on YouTube, and then we did that. So, alright. Over. Okay. Alright, so I've got that. I don't need this anymore. Okay. I'm gonna keep filming. Doing that stuff. Now, there are a couple of things that you can do with scraps. The technique that I'm going to show you today is how to turn all of this into a solid sheet of scrappy fabric that you can then take. You can either have that be a quilt, or you can take that scrappy fabric and turn it into things. So you can turn it into a backing, you can turn it into placemats, to a throw pillow, to a bag. It then becomes a piece of fabric that you can do these things with. So the easiest way for my quilt-alongs is to separate it into 2-inch and 3.5-inch pieces. Now, I'm going to also separate this by color. So in this case, I'm making sure that all of the same color of the things are together. Because whenever we sew these together, we want to make sure that all of the colored things are sewn together first. So the strategy that we're going to use is I'm going to have everything be a single long strip of fabric. I'm going to take those two strips of fabric, fold them, and basically just kind of cut it, and cut it in half, and then re-sew it, and then cut it in half, and then re-sew it. It's not just a constant let's go, because there is going to be some kind of semblance to this, because we do want a nice flow to our fabric that we're creating. But the biggest thing is to get it organized. So that's the first step. So that's what I am doing now. Now, there are a few things of this. Remember, we have all of these combined pieces here. So we've got all of those combined pieces. Oops. And then that. Oh, you know what? I'm going to put that over here. And then here. And then there. Now, with that, we've got that goes there, those go there, that goes there. Fantastic. And those go there. Okay, now the biggest thing is figuring out strips. Now, what I want to do is I want to sew these. I want to turn all of this into one of these. So I'm going to turn all of these 2-inch strips here. So I have two options. I can take this, throw it aside, or turn those into this. Now, how I'm going to do that is I'm actually going to take all of these single pieces here, and we're going to combine those. Oh, we've got that one there. I think those are all of my pieces. Now, I may not be able to use all of this, but I'm going to see what I can use. And I think that will, you know what? No. Change my mind. Change my mind on how I want to do this. I am actually, let me put all of these back where they belong. There and there. I am going to turn this, I'm just going to sew this together and turn this into more of this. So let me do that then. So these are the same size here and the same size here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sew this to this, this to this, and then this to this. Once these are together, I'm going to iron it all. And then once I have this fabric here, I'm going to sew it end to end with all of this fabric. Once I do that, I'm going to do the same thing to all of this. So if I have pieces of the same color fabric, I'm going to sew it to that fabric end to end, just like this. Now, of course, if this is with your fabric, you can do anything you want with it. The whole point is that you want everything to be sewn together in some kind of 3.5-inch strips. Sounds simple, right? So that's what we're going to do. We're going to sew everything into a single 3.5-inch strip per thing. So in the case of this, I'm going to sew this just like this, end to end, 3.5-inch strip. Now, the other thing I'm going to do, as you see me sewing all of these strips together, is I'm going to be cutting off all the selvages. So as you see me working, going back and forth in the sped up video, back and forth to the sewing machine, you'll notice me taking the scissors. I'm going to be cutting the selvages off and then having single sheets of fabric. But as I combine these, I'll bring them back over here and show you the single sheets of all of the fabric, and then we'll start combining it. Okay, ready guys? Let's do this. Let's start sewing these together. For this one, so Calamity, this one's a little bit different. This one actually has a list of commands right on there, which is actually kind of cool. All right, 20. Oh, I gotta change this. And then I gotta change. There we go. Oh, I bumped that apparently. There we go. Yeah, so apparently the YouTube commands, Calamity, have a certain number of limits that you can do. There's a special limit to it, so you really do have to, so we can't have the entire commands like we can over on Twitch. So they're in a document. And then let me get this one. Now this one's got one of those as well as two of these. So let me do these two first. Alright, and I'm going to set that one aside because that's good to go. Let's do this one next. And this really is it. All I'm doing is just sewing everything together so that it is in strips. So it's easy to work with. Straight edge. Make sure that I got both of, yep, I've got both of those off. And then you see here how I've got my small piece that I'm sewing onto here. Because all I'm doing is making long strips of fabric. So it doesn't have to look nice, right? Hey, Erin, how are you today? Oops. There we go. I apparently bumped it, so it wasn't charging anymore. Haha! Oh yeah, we have to update that one. Just say, Ziggy was Tony's foster. He was heartworm positive, and he was adopted in February. I am doing fantastic. Thank you so much for asking. There we are. Here's this side. Now notice how whenever I am putting these down, I am alternating the seams. That's up, up. That is up, up. Okay, so in this case, I'm going to finger press this. Actually, let me just iron this seam down. You know what? Let me go back to the mat cam. Oh, let me showcase this for the video. Don't you love it when McDee's screws up your order as well? It's like one of those days where everything just kind of like, what are you doing to me day? Hey, we're going in super stringent lockdown on Saturday. Okay, so what do you do if the seam is pointing the wrong way? So for these combined seams, remember they've already been sewn together. They have seams. What do you do if they're pointing the wrong way? Well, all you do is the same thing in the pattern. You re-iron it the way that you want it to go. Oops, I realized I did that over there and I put that over here. Haha! So you re-iron it the way that you want it to go. So it doesn't matter if the seam is pointed the wrong direction. Just re-iron it and it's fine. It's totally fine. Okay, so let's put that away again. And I'll be speeding this back up in the video. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, we're going back down on lockdown. Apparently our numbers, the entire province, apparently the numbers in the province have not been going down as they wanted. So we're going back on lockdown. How much fun, right? Oh. So much fun. Oh, and I realized, okay, I cut those. I need to trim that one. Okay, that's together. Let me sew these together. And you know what? No, I'll do those last. Let's do this one next. Good night, Sharon. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I like it when you come hang out. Hello, Anreal. You missed our winners. So we had 2 winners. So I picked 4 times. And we had only 2 winners. And they each won a $25 gift card to each of our sites. So I will post on the I'll post on the posts in our groups and tagging the winners. Oh no, you didn't have to be here. You're fine. So I'll post on the groups tagging the winners so that you know who won, so that you can message them and let them know how to claim their prizes. For me, I'm just going to ask them what their email is. Yes, exactly. Anrield is always a winner. And here. Doo-doo. All right. And these two. Look at that. I am almost done sewing these all together. And yep, I was like, where did I put my scissors? It actually doesn't take a lot of time to do it this way because you really are just sewing a bunch of fabric together without anything. Oh, wow. Yeah, that actually, that doesn't surprise me. It's going to take that long. That sucks. Because they've been having production delays. And there's been a huge resurgence of sewing because people are home and not doing anything. So I'm sure they're selling a lot of machines. But yeah, that's a super sad thing. I completely agree. Oh, there it is. I've got to do these. Let me do it to this side. Yeah, and you're not worried about, yeah, at least you're getting it sometime this year. And don't be worried about the way your seams are pointing, if everything is exactly cut the correct way, any of that stuff. Now you notice how I'm also not ironing as I'm going. I'm making all the sewing, and then I'm going to do the ironing, and then sewing and ironing. So I'm trying to be efficient with what I am doing. All right. Bless you. Now, I do have to iron these. Oops. Oh my gosh. Because I'm sewing them. There we go. Now, a lot of the theory behind this is taken from the traditional jelly roll races. So if you've ever seen any of the jelly roll races that we've been doing, yeah. The bamboo rayon. That's weird. Okay. Why not, Erin? Because if you're going to do quilting with it, you're going to have 3 layers anyways. Like, it's just going to be top fabric. Is it thin, so thin you can't see through it? That you can see through it? In that case, no, you don't. If it's just curly, if it just curls up, you don't need interfacing. Just use Terial Magic, Terial. Miss Elvane should have an affiliate link for you that she can find on the spreadsheet. Where am I? Did I drop my scissors? I dropped my scissors somewhere, and I don't know where they went. Well, I guess I'm using these scissors now. I've lost my applique scissors. Yeah, so Terial Magic is all you need. You don't need interfacing. You're fine. Okay, so then there's that one. Oh, and then I want to sew this to this. So let me iron this open. You notice how I'm not being super particular if I am doing really straight lines. I'm just kind of like making straight-ish lines. Doesn't matter. This is scrappy. It's not precise. It is totally fine. Yeah, Terial Magic. Just spray some Terial Magic on there, and it will be easy to work with. And it washes right out, so you don't have to worry about keeping stabilizer. And it's cheaper than wash away stabilizer. It's a good one. Thanks, Miss Elvane. Thank you for finding that, ma'am. Don't forget to also sign up on the spreadsheet. Oh, look. Scissors are right there. Are you kidding me? How did I not see them over there? Because as of whenever I started, she still didn't have her name on the sign-up sheet, so that I would pay her in imaginary monies. There we go. Oh, that one's good. Now, if you have fabric that is in a single piece like that green was, you do not have to sew it together. Obviously, it's already in a single strip. It's only for the pieces that are still in chunks and in pieces, kind of like this black. I've got that long strip, and I've got a single 3.5 by 2 and then a 3.5 by 3.5. All right, we are almost done. Let's see, that gold is good. And the gray is good. We are done. Fantastic. Okay, so free this one and show you the next step. Yes, go do that, Miss Elvain. Go do that. All right. Next step. Now, we need to iron all this. So I've sewn all of these pieces together. At this point, I just want to iron it. So all I'm going to be doing is going through and ironing everything so it's a nice long strip of fabric and laying all those out. Now the ones that don't have any seams, I'm still going to iron it because I have a seam in here. So, a seam, I'm sorry, I have a fold in there, not a seam. So even though there's no seams, I still want to iron this because I want to sew it together. Now, also at this point, you should decide the order that you want the fabric to be sewn together. So I'm thinking I'm going to alternate a lot of the solids with the combos. So in this case, I like the idea of having the tan next to the black and green. So I'm going to go ahead and iron all of these. Now, the seam direction doesn't make a difference. You can iron it to the side, you can iron it open. It really, really doesn't matter. And as I'm ironing them, I'm also going to decide the order that I want them next to each other in the quilt to make it interesting. Oh, we've already done that. So that goes there. So then, let's see, what do I want next? Ooh, gold and black. Yeah, let me do that one. So I'm going to be ironing all these, deciding, and then I will come back from it sped up and show you the next step. $106? Are you kidding me? It snowed today here. I am in the same boat as Miss Elvain. It snowed. Oh my gosh. So I ran out. I got my nails done today. Thank goodness, because we got word right after my nail appointment that they're shutting us down as of Saturday for at least a month. So so I had my nails, and as I'm sitting there, one of the nail technicians looks out the window and says, "Oh, hey, it's snowing." We were all like, "Yeah, we know." But yeah, I am so sick and tired of the cold. I think I'd rather take the super hot, sweltering temperatures. All right, so I'm gonna have more of these than I am those. So in that case, let me rearrange this. Let me do this one. Yeah, let me do a black. No, I don't want to do gray. Ooh, let me do the black and blue next to the tan on the bottom. I think that'll be interesting. Oh, it was funny. At one point, my husband looked out and he said, "Is it snowing or is that fuzz?" And then I think, wasn't there a small, yeah, there's a small little black and gold. I'm going to add some, let's see, let me add some of that, the gold and tan. this would look better this way. So I'm designing my quilt as I go. So as you notice, I'm going through and I'm pulling out a bunch of different fabrics and I'm rearranging some things. Because this way, I can figure out the best way that I want my quilt to lay out. So as I'm looking, I'm like, oh wait, this is going to be interesting going here and then there. There's no right or wrong answer. There's no right or wrong way to do this. All you're doing is you're just creating huge strips of fabric that you're then going to sew together into a long, you know, piece of fabric itself. Here we are. Green. Ooh, I don't want this next to the black. So where can I... You know what? Let's do that. Let's put that there. Okay. And then I'll need another one for that. Oh yeah, no, I'm wearing 2 layers right now myself. Alright, I don't want that. Let's find another one. Okay, black. There. Gray. Ooh, yeah, let me do that one there. Oops. I missed a... Nope, and then now I've got my gold. Okay, so do I have a small solid? I can put it with that. Maybe the green. Blue, nope, blue's long. Gray. Ooh, the tan's not very long. You know what? I should put it with the tan. I'm gonna do that. There we go. So now I've got my order. So at this point, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my fabric, I'm gonna lay down the next one, I'm gonna sew it. Then I'm gonna bring this out, lay down the next one, sew it. Then I'm gonna bring this out, lay down the next one, and so on and so on. Oops, let me actually bring that up a little bit. So I am laying it down, grabbing my next fabric, and sewing it. Then I'm grabbing the next oh, these two were together. Doing that, grabbing the next fabric, sewing it, and then grabbing the next fabric, sewing it, and so on. So I'm making one long, huge piece of fabric, one really long piece of fabric. And then after I make that really long piece of fabric, I'm going to come back and show you the next thing. There we go. What's cool? I should finish this before the end of the stream. That's how easy this is. Sewing together all of this stuff. It should only take about an hour, but with explanations, about an hour and a half. Now remember, when you're sewing these together, right side to right side. So always right side to right side of fabrics. Same way that you normally do fabrics. Oops. Bring that over. There we go. Hello, A State of Denial. We are doing a scrappy, large piece of fabric. So we are sewing together all of the leftover fabrics that we have left over in the Loki Quilt Along and the God of Mischief Quilt Along. And we're turning those into a big piece of scrappy fabric that you can do whatever you want with. So you can make it the backing of the quilt. You can turn it into things such as placemats, pillows, pillowcases, a tote bag. Basically, once you turn this into a large sheet of fabric, you can do anything you want with it and treat it just like fabric. Oops, there we go. There's the end of it. So right now, I'm just sewing together. So I sewed everything in long strips for the same colors, and now I'm sewing end to end for all those same colors. Yes, exactly. Kind of like a scrappy jelly roll. However, the next step is going to be a little bit different. So I'm going to talk about what you can do with the next step. But this, yes, you're absolutely turning everything into one long strip and then sewing it together at this step like the scrappy jelly roll. But the next step will be completely up to you. And I'll explain the choices that you can do with that next step. But yeah. Hello, Dawn. How are you today? And here, look at that. 2 more seams and I'm done. Again, whenever you iron these seams, it does not make a difference which way the seam goes. There we are, and let's do that. Perfect. And we have our big thing. Thanks, Dawn. These are all the leftovers. These are the leftover scraps from the quilt along we just did. I hit the buttons by accident, Miss Elvie. When I went to reach for the big pile, I hit the buttons. Yeah, no, we're going to be in lockdown for at least 4 weeks. Starting Saturday. Fun, right? Well, at least Marley's got his groomer appointment tomorrow. At least they said that they don't have to shut down groomers because we don't have to go in there. You literally just drop the dog off and then you pick the dog up. Okay, let's do this next step. Okay. Now, if you have done a jelly roll scrappy quilt, you may be familiar with what we've just done. We've literally just sewed it together end over end over end. Now, if you are doing a scrappy jelly roll quilt, at this point, you find the 2 ends, and you take those 2 ends, and you sew them together. So you can take these 2 ends right here, and then you sew them together, and when you reach the end, you cut the end, and then you sew it together, and so on and so on. You can do that with this. However, I'm going to do something else, and I'm going to show you a different technique so that your fabric can actually look a little bit cooler laid out, and it takes almost the same amount of time as the scrappy jelly roll method. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to worry about the seams at all. Whenever I sew them, they're going to do what they're going to do. But I'm going to decide how wide do I want this piece of fabric. So in my case, I think, let's see, let's cut my fabric. That's 40 inches, 44 inches. You know what? In case I decide that I want to use this as backing and not as another project, I'm going to cut 44-inch strips. And I'm going to see how long it can be. So 44 inches. So I'm just going to take it and use my scissors and cut my 44 inches. So there's one strip. Same thing. All I'm doing is I'm laying this out on my mat and folding it over at the 22. I will then, or you know what? Hey, you know what's easier? I'm just going to lay it on top of that strip. And there. And cut it. And let's just, oops, I missed it cutting one of my things. There we go. And let's take this and lay that on there. And then here, oh yeah, this one's an entire thing of the light blue. There we go. So all I'm doing is I'm taking it and I'm measuring it about that same distance and cutting it. This does not have to be perfect. Your ends do not have to be perfect. And as you see, I'm cutting through some of these colors. I also have not ironed the seams. If you really want to iron those seams, by all means, iron those seams. I personally do not care. All right, in this case, the cut was right on a seam, so I'm just going to cut that seam off because I'm not going to deal with it. I don't care. Oh, hey! Guys, look, it's perfect. I totally made that number up and that math was perfect. So if you did this exact quilt, if you did the God of Mischief quilt, if you cut it at 44 inches, you're going to have exact number of strips. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 strips now that I'm going to sew together. So now I'm just going to kind of like make them look nice and lay them out and see how they look together. Okay, that looks so far so good. Okay, I don't like that, so I'm going to take this and flip this over. Nope, I don't want to put that next to each other. Okay, let's do this. And see now, see what I'm doing is I'm creating I'm creating the layout in order to make it look interesting. And I can do that. Ooh, you know what? I'm going to take this away and put this light blue in. And then this one. And then this one. Yes. And then, can I put that up there? No. Yeah, let's do that. And then my last one, it's got black. I'm gonna do it there. Perfect. So now I've got all my strips. So at this point what I'm gonna do is I'm going to sew them in the strips. So I'm taking my bottom one and this is my top one. I'm gonna take this, flip it up over the top, and I'm going to sew these together right here along that seam. And then I'm going to then take this one here, the next one up, I'm going to flip it over. All right, here, let me actually move all of those up so I can show you. All right, so here's my bottom one. So make sure I didn't drop any, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so I've got this one here. So I'm taking this, I'm flipping it up over here and sewing it in place. And then I'm going to bring it back over here and put it right back in the machine. But I'm taking this one and laying it out and sewing it. And then I'm going to flip this up, take the next one, sew it to there, and so on and so on. I'm not doing any ironing yet. I'm going to wait and iron this all when it's completely done to save some time. So that's what I'm doing now is I'm going to take these and sew them. If that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense. It makes sense, right? No, that would work much, much better with solid rows, Erin. Because if you want to do an around-the-world quilt, which is also a form of a Bargello quilt, you do want to think about your exact placements. This is more for a scrappy quilt. So this would be good for scrappy, just like throwing stuff together and creating strips in order to make things. And then you can use it as fabric for backing. You can turn it into things. So, like I said, a tote bag, a pillowcase, a pillow, placemats, things like that, a dice tray. But you don't want to do this if you're going to use it for a pattern for a quilt. In that case, you really do want to pay attention to what you're doing and follow a pattern. But that was a good question. All right. I'm just making sure that that I did it correctly. Now, you notice how whenever I'm sewing this, I am not using any pins at all. I'm just stripping. And if you're like, wait, Toni, that seems really complicated. How can you go so fast? Funny you should ask. I've got a video all about stripping. Quilt stripping, that is. It's just the technique of putting two strips together and sewing them together. And it's super easy once you get the hang of it. Now, Erin, if you want to make some weird, crazy, around-the-world, scrappy, weird thing that may not make sense, but may look really cool, yeah, you could totally do this for that. Honestly, I don't want to stifle your creativity. I do not want to stifle your creativity at all. If you feel like making something like that, if you think that it would be cool looking, do it. Exactly, Scott. This is a creativity safe zone. If you want to be super creative with something, that's how you learn. Just do it. Just try. Right? Now remember, if you weren't here at the beginning of the stream, if you donated at all to Able Gamers, you'll be getting a foundation paper piecing pack of patterns before next Thursday. And then we're going to be going over all of those patterns one by one here on YouTube. We're going to be walking you through them. If you did not donate to Able Gamers, have no worries. Show up for the YouTube stream and do exclamation today, and you'll get the pattern for that stream. I am still going to give all of these patterns away, whether you donated to Able Gamers or not. You just have to show up to that stream, do exclamation today, and get a copy of the pattern. But if you donated to Able Gamers, you'll get them all before Thursday, all the ones we're going to go through and do. It's not like we can stop you anyways. Oh my gosh, I love that. I love that. It's true. It's absolutely true. So if you wanted to learn foundation paper piecing, or you just want a foundation paper piece with us, we're going to be doing them starting next Thursday. Yes. Although I was thinking about this, Nick. So I know I said we were going to Thanos tomorrow. For those of you that are here on YouTube that have not seen my Twitch stream, there's chaos and it's glorious. So we are going to, oops. We're going to, starting tomorrow, possibly switch charities. So because this is now officially St. Jude season, and I want to hit our goal of the $10,000, and I'm not going to stream as much as I did last year. I'm thinking I'm going to go ahead and start it just with the Thanos for now, just with the snapping game. And obviously every $5 you get a chance to win a quilt. I think I have an idea of the quilt that I want to make, but I want to figure out my sponsors first. I'm emailing all of my sponsors in the past next week, and then I'm posting looking for more sponsors. So if you or someone you know has a business that they would like to sponsor a stream, or if you personally would like to sponsor and do a matching, let me know, and we will do that. It is. Yeah, exactly. Donating to St. Jude is a snap. Well, I don't think it's going to be big enough to do a backing. I do not think this fabric is going to be big enough to do a backing, unfortunately. Unless you add extra fabric, which you should probably have some extra fabric. But if you bought one of my kits, you don't have extra fabric. Right? It's like, oh wait, wait, extra fabric? What? Alright. 2 more rows. And then we iron and it's done. So now we have to think, what do you want to do for the remaining 30 minutes? We've done everything we wanted to do today. Do you guys want to do some EQ design work with some Photoshop of possible paper piecing patterns? Do you want to call it a stream? There's all sorts of things you can do. Oh, yeah. That would be, yeah. Why, did PayPal freak out at you whenever you did all those $10 on Monday? Oh, that reminds me, I've got to download an update for the new Tiltify. Not Tiltify, for the new gift bot that Kittens made me. That includes mods. That's funny. So did you looked at it, you just saw 10, 10, 10, 10, 10? Wow, this is cool. I really like the way this looks. Now, I think if you did straps for more than one quilt, I think it'd be enough for a backing. Well, yeah, because the revenges, right? Alright, this is it. Last bit of sewing. There we go. Alright. And we are done. So now I've got this cool looking thing. So now we need to iron this. So I'm going to go through and iron it on my ironing board. Now remember, all of these are all the scraps that were left over from this quilt right here. So let me go through. What I'm doing is I'm ironing all of my strips. It doesn't make a difference if you iron them in one direction, in opposite directions, open. You decide how you want to iron it, and it is fine. But as long as you iron it, that's all that matters. Because this is now your fabric. You're going to want this nice and ironed for when you need it for a project. There it is. Now, obviously, this is not big enough for backing for the quilt top, unfortunately. But it is big enough that you can use it for other things. Now, if I did want to use this for backing, if you have extra fabric in these fabrics, you can add a border all the way around big enough so that now this becomes your backing. And then you've got a special backing that's part of your quilt top. Now you can also take this fabric and do different things with it. I have tutorials on here for dice bags, for dice trays, pillowcases, throw pillows, an apron. Oh, I think there's enough fabric in here for an apron. I'm also going to do one for an easy placemat. There's all sorts of things that you can do. So you now have some fabric that you can do it. Easy fabric. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Don't forget to like this video, follow my YouTube, as well as Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, my Quite Nerdy Quilters Facebook group, Twitch, and don't forget to share this video. I forget the whole YouTube thing of the like and share and smash that button, and, you know, I'm a live streamer. I'm not, you know, all the video stuff is newer to me. But yeah, if you like it, then like it and share it. That's all I ask for. And thank you. I appreciate you taking the time to watch. Okay, now I gotta do my stills of the... There we go. Okay. Ha! Ha 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 ha. You could. I could, Aaron. I could. You know what I should do with the time remaining? Nice! Oh, you like the Dalek behind me now? Yeah, I figured it was time for a change. Ooh, you know what I just thought of that we have time to do? I have something in the truck outside that the Chihuahua Rescue dropped off at my house. So one of the fosters actually goes around to a lot of the hotels and collects all of the old beddings and things like that that they're not using anymore, and they send them down to Texas for the ranch. They gave me 2 extra large pillows that they asked if I could make a covering for them for dog beds. So, yeah, I think, should I get those and get started on that? Maybe possibly drop them off on Saturday? All right, I'll be right back. Talk amongst yourselves. So apparently the hotel didn't want these pillowcases anymore. So they dropped them off with me going, hey, can you, oh yeah, like you weren't already talking amongst yourselves. Can you do something with these? I'm like, I think I can. All right, let me see what zippers I've got. Look at that. It's almost like these zippers were made for these. Okay. Alright, now this one is busted open, so I've got to re-sew it. Do I have off-white? Yeah, I do. Alright. Let's re-sew this one. I think that one's fine. I'm going to have to look through it and make sure it's not having any issues. Alright, don't hit the keyboard. There we go. I wonder if I can change the stream title. I know Twitch you can. I wonder if you can do that with YouTube. Oh, wait, no, I missed it on this side. Well, gotta do that again. Wow, this pillow's really broken. No wonder they gave it to the rescue. There we go. Alright, let me sew it on this side. Because I missed part of the thing. Now, worst case, these are dog beds. You can take them out of this casing and just put it in the covering that I'm going to make. Right? There we go. All right. So, now, let's do some measurements. Alright, these are 34 inches wide, okay, by 16, 17, so that would be 34, 36, Why am I making this hard? Why am I making this hard? Like, I shouldn't be making this any harder than what it is. Let me see. Can I change my title? Edits. Let's make the rescue some dog beds. There we go. And save. Fantastic. Look, guys. Look, I changed my stream title. All right, so I realized this would be a lot easier to measure it this way. Okay, so this would be, yeah, about 36 inches. So it looks like it should be about 35 inches will be tight, and I don't want it tight, so we're going to go 36 inches. Plus seam allowance, we're going to go 30, plus French seam allowance, so we're going to go 38. 38 inches by 34. So 1 yard. So I'm going to cut, so 38 is going to be the width. So then the length, we're going to cut these at a length of 35 inches. Yeah. Yeah, it's cut a length of 35 inches. Fantastic. Okay, let me put these back over here out of the way. So what did I say? 35 by 38, right? Yes. Now for fabric. It's over there. The fabric that I was thinking of using. And this camera is like literally right in front of my bookcase. Okay. Didn't I mess it up last time? What do you mean? What do you mean did I mess up? Oh. that was something else. No, that was something else. Oh, you were talking about the, there we go. Now I can get by. There we go. Okay. I have this awesome paw print fabric. Oh, did I spell it? I spelled it wrong. No, I was trying to, like, link stuff. Yeah. The first one that just ended. Yeah. So, remember, I was trying to link things and change settings within it, not just change the title. And that kind of messed it up. Okay. $35, right? I said 35 inches by 38 inches. Okay. Uh-oh. Why am I red? Okay, it was just a brief thing. I was like, excuse me. Why am I, yeah, no. Okay, so that's going to be the length of the pillow. This is going to be the width of the pillow. I almost just had a heart attack thinking that, you know, something happened again. Because I did something. Where is... Oh, there it is. I couldn't find this one. I don't want that. There it is. Okay, and here. Okay. And let's go 18 and a half. Scrappy. Yeah, did anyone else get kicked off of the live? Or yes. Alright, so that's going to go here. Perfect. Okay, so then... Sorry, I'm figuring out how I want to do this. Yep, okay. Alright, so I think I'm going to do the zipper first, and then I'm going to do the French seam. Perfect. So I've got that one done. Let me do this one, and then I will get the zipper added. Oh, okay. You know what? I bet when I changed the title, it ended a video and started a new video. That's interesting. That is super, super interesting. Well, now I know. Now I know if I change the video, that it just makes a new video. for the live. So if you look through the lives, I bet it's 2 different ones. Which is fine, because technically I'm making something else. I'm doing something different. We're no longer doing the Loki stuff. We are making covers for the dog beds for the rescue. Okay, alright. Then there's this one. Alright, we put these away. So these fabrics are getting put away. Oh no, stop. That bookcase over there is in such an awkward position. I'm always like, what am I doing? How am I doing this? What is happening to me? Okay. Oh, you know what I forgot? I forgot to do this cut. No, it didn't go wonky with the first. Oh, really? Nice, Scott. Nice. Those are great things to be doing. Okay. All right, so now. Oops. I dropped. Oh, I dropped the zipper. Okay. Alright, let me pin this. No. I'm doing this wrong. It goes this way. Right side to right side. Yes, because that's going to be folded back like that. Okay. And then that's going to go this way. There. Now, if you're wondering what I'm doing and how I'm putting the zipper on there, I do actually have a tutorial on how to do this. Exactly how to put a zipper on for an easy throw pillow. Okay, there's that one. And then now this one. Right side to right side. It's been a while since I've done a zipper though, which is why it took me a few minutes to figure out what I was doing. So I'll change that. Isn't this the cutest fabric though? It's the same line of fabric, just in 2 different colorways. Okay. Alright, it's changed. Zipper foot, where are you, zipper foot? There you are. Hi, zipper foot. Alright, now I'm going to be putting it in like this. So I want my zipper foot to the right. Beauty. Uh-oh. Yeah, I'm almost out of... I'm not going to run it. I'm going to... I may have enough. No. I'm not even going to chance it. I'll use the other stuff on piecing. Oops. There we go. All right. Oh, hey, I got a cha-ching. I didn't even realize it. Because I got my sound off. Because I was recording for the tutorial. To edit it and put it on YouTube. Okay, there's one side. Now for this one, let's see. Can I get this done before 7:30? Let's see how good I am. As you can see, I'm moving a lot faster than I normally do because I'm not stopping to explain everything. I forgot to do this for the last one. Oops. There we go. Alright, let's pin the other half of this. Okay, so then... Ooh, I was worried about that. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to cut down this. Okay. So unfortunately I can't put a zipper on unless I have it in two separate pieces. But that's okay. I added some extra fabric on just in case I had to do this. So not all is lost. It's just gonna take me two extra lines of sewing. Just sew this back together. Okay. So then do 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 do. Okay, so center this up. It's nice and centered. Okay, there's one. And what I do, if anyone's actually paying attention to what I'm doing, is what I'm doing actually making sense to you? Or you're like, oh, hey, that's why she's doing that, and that's why she's doing that. Like, if you sew, could you replicate what I'm doing if you possibly wanted to? Like, am I explaining it enough as I'm going along, or are you just kind of like fascinated with how this is going and hoping that I finish before the end of the stream? So this is what's called a semi-invisible zipper, because you're going to see the zipper, and it's super easy to do. It is the easiest way to do a zipper out there. You get it, Catherine? Awesome. No, Scott. No. You are busy trying to find a vaccine appointment and doing work. And you don't have enough sewing under your belt to where I would expect you to pick this up really fast. Like, I would expect you to watch the tutorials first before doing this stuff. Oh. I'm like, where'd my pins go? I moved them over there. I forgot. I gotta go under here. It's been so long since I've done a zipper. It's been a few months. There we go. There we go. Now I can close it. Nice. Nice. See, and it's really not crazy difficult. As long as you understand the fundamentals of it, it's actually pretty darn easy to figure out. And we're going to do a French seam to finish this off. I'm just watching the clock going, ooh, can I get this done by 7:30? Can I get this done by 7:30? Because remember, ladies and gentlemen, there is a reason. Right, exactly, Catherine. So I always lift it up, and then I go from underneath. And it's a lot easier. I just forget how to do it, because it takes me a while to do it. There's a reason why you have to slow me down when we do the races. Because I firmly believe if you didn't pay charity money to slow me down, that I would win. There we go. Okay. All right. So now I want to sew right side to right side. Okay, let's do there and there. Okay. I'm trying to remember to sew at 1/8 of an inch, or I've got to go back and trim it. And that's always the annoying part, is remembering to do less than what I normally do, or I have to trim them. I'll probably still have to trim it anyways. Show of hands, how many people have done a French seam before? I was actually surprised with how easy it was the first time I did it. I was like, most of the time when I just read stuff and I don't see it, if I don't see a tutorial on it, I don't understand it. Because I'm a very visual learner. There we go. Let's turn this. And for those of you that don't know what a French seam is, it's basically a seam where you have no exposed raw edges of fabric. So it's great in like a pillowcase because you don't want that raw edge of fabric to constantly wear against the pillow, or else it may start to unravel a little bit. Oh, that's awesome. Amber, how was it? Was it okay? I mean, was it easy to follow? Did you figure it out? Were you able to do it? I want some feedback, please. Oh. Yay! I like to hear it was easy. I like to hear it was easy. Alright, so tell you what, I'm going to finish this one off. I want to make sure I get at least one done by 7:30 to show off for you. Because I can always do the other one off camera, right? So basically you go right sides together, which is what I've done first. So wrong sides together first. Okay, so wrong sides together. Then what I'm doing is taking my lovely scissors and then I'm trimming. So I'm going to trim this down to about 1/8 of an inch. So actually, let me do it over on the mat. I was going to try to make it easy, but... Oh! Really? See? I didn't even think about that. So the standard is because people used to always do French seams. So now the standard is 1/4/1/2. Go. Is that tight enough? Yes. Okay. Go. Last side. Yeah, that's true. That's true. It really is the easiest way to finish edges if you don't have a serger, is the French seam. Now, after I do this, I'm going to flip this inside out and iron these edges. So I'm going to iron these seams all the way out. And then I'm going to sew 1/4 inch all the way around. There we go. Let's open this up. Flip this inside out and iron. I'm doing the lazy fast way of opening these seams. Okay, there's one. Oh, did I I didn't pop out the other corner. Yeah, I did not understand my serger and gave it away. I gave it to Minion Laura because I just totally just didn't get it at all. I didn't understand it. And she's like, oh yeah, I'll figure it out. I'm like, okay, here, you can have it. Because I didn't want it sitting there going to waste, right? Like, I don't make clothing. I still owe you guys making a skirt for St. Jude in December. Okay. Oh wait, what am I doing? I have to sew this now. Ha ha. Nice, Scott. That is fantastic. I love that when that happens. When everything comes together and it's nice. Okay. Now at this point, I'm going to close off these sewing seams. So, let me close this off. Actually, no. Let me keep this open. Okay. Really? Yeah. See, searching's one of those things where you understand it. Once you understand it, you're good to go. You are good to go. But I just could never wrap my head around it. I could never get the tension right. I could never figure out the things that I thought I had to know. Now, could I figure it out now that I have a lot more experience? Maybe. I have more confidence in myself for figuring these things out now than I did then. Then I would get frustrated. Luckily, my free motion machine my free motion quilting speed machine that I've got, it's not a long arm, it's just a regular one. That's one where I got frustrated. I couldn't figure it out, and luckily I didn't give it away. Luckily, I just put it away someplace because I'm very, very glad I have it now because now I understand it and it's amazing and I love it. I just finished off a dog bed. I'm gonna go grab a pillow after I finish this off. After I finish this last section off, we'll stuff the pillow in it, see if this works. And then when I go to pick up Dobby. Okay, so how do you pronounce the house elf? Is it Dobby or is it Dobby? Is it like with a long O, Dobby, or is it the A sound, Dobby? Really, Catherine? That's super cool. See, I don't know what it is about the sergers. I just couldn't get it to work. I couldn't understand it. But again, that may change. All right, so now let me do these. Okay. Dobby. Okay, because my husband, I thought it was Dobby, and my husband is like, no, it's Dobby, and I was like, he may be right. He may be right. All right. Oh no, I did it on camera, Aaron. I totally did it on camera. French seam. You sew wrong side to wrong side, trim the edges, and then flip it over, and then you sew it right side to right side. That's it. That's all a French seam is. So the pillowcase tutorial, I have a French seam tutorial too on how to do it step by step by step to show you up close stuff. No, I totally did it on camera. I was just mentioning it off camera a little bit, but no, I totally did everything on camera. And there it is. There is our new dog bed pillowcase. Let me grab the pillow. Don't tell me I made this too small. Come on, get in there. No, it's the perfect size. It's the perfect size. Right? No, oh, I did a quarter. That's what we were talking about, the standard quarter. So no, I did I did an eighth. I did a quarter to an eighth of an inch on the wrong side. Trimmed it to make sure it was down to at least an eighth of an inch. And then I flipped and did a quarter inch wrong on right side to right side. It's because my zipper is smaller than the opening. If I would have had a longer zipper, this would be easier to stuff. Man, let's get my hand down in there in the hole. Oh, Hermione? Yeah. I think I used to say Hermione whenever I would used to read it before the audiobooks and the movies came out. There it is. There it is. There it is. Look at that. Perfect fit. And I got a zipper so they can wash it. If the doggies do bad things to it, they can wash the pillowcase. They can wash the case. There we are, guys. We got 2 projects done today. We got our scrappy fabric done, and we got a dog bed done. Perfect. All right, so that's it. We're calling it. So yeah, so no, I will pick up, I'm going to drop these 2 dog beds off at the rescue on Saturday when I pick up Dobby. And I'll see you guys tomorrow on Twitch. So tomorrow I've got some big St. Jude announcements at right around 1 o'clock. I'm streaming from 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock Eastern. Huge St. Jude stuff. And I can't wait. We may Thanos it up again tomorrow. But this time for St. Jude. I love you guys. I will see you tomorrow. And don't forget, next week here on YouTube, we're going to be working on the Triforce. So if you want to make this block with us next week, just be here and I'll give you the block. I love you guys. Stay safe and have a great weekend.